Competitive real estate market, whether you're buying or selling, you want to work with the #1 team who has literally helped thousands of Chattanooggans more than any other agent, team, or group. Yes, you deserve the best. So go ahead, call us today.
If you have watched the news or read the paper at all in the last several days, no doubt you've had conversations in your own home about what we can do as a country to step in and try to help the young people today to find a path and feel like they have an advocate on their side. Well, they've been doing that for a while up in Dunlap and Sequatchie County. Margie Clemmer is with me this morning. She is part of CASA, which is an umbrella, I'm getting an education, which is an umbrella of SETHRA.
Yes, ma'am.
And what you are is a court-appointed advocate for kids birth to 18
Yes.
who are finding themselves in a difficult position. Is that kind of right?
Yes, the SETHRA CASA program is, CASA is a court-appointed special advocate program. We're part of a national nonprofit organization. This particular organization is umbrellaed under the Southeast Tennessee Human Resource Agency in Dunlap, and we serve Sequatchie, Grundy, Marion, and Bledsoe County.
Okay, so the reason you're here today not only is to let people know what you do, but to let people know and the family know that y'all are hosting a rodeo this weekend.
Yes, ma'am. It's our 5th annual rodeo. It is a full rodeo with 7 events. It is our main fundraiser. It is held at Coops Creek Commons in Dunlap. It'll be Friday and Saturday evening. The gates open at 5:30 Central Time, and the event starts at 7:30 Central Time.
And everything that you're doing within CASA is volunteer-based. So the monies that you raise from the rodeo go into the training and the recruitment that you need to then keep the program going.
Yes, ma'am. The screening, the training, the recruiting, and the supporting of the advocates.
So we had a chance to talk a little bit, but I'm going to ask you to give us all a bit of an education, because basically you are like the quarterback for the child. Is that fair?
I guess that's a way that you could look at it. Yeah, I haven't really put it in that perspective before. But when you look at a child that has come into the court system for no fault of their own, them trying to navigate that system and understand what is happening is very, very scary for them. As well, if they're placed in a kinship placement, it's very scary for their relatives as well, because they don't know what's going on. So what the advocates do is they're the one person that is that one constant for that child. The children may change schools, they may change counselors, they may change placements. Everything changes. Their DCS worker may change. There are so many differences in their lives, but their CASA advocate is the one person that stays consistent with them and works with them to provide best interest fact-based reports to the judges so that they understand exactly what's going on, and we can provide those recommendations as to what's the best interest for the children.
Okay, so you said something very important, and that is if they are in the court system to no fault of their own. This
Yes.
is not a juvenile who's had an arrest. This is somebody who's had, maybe their parents have had some difficulty, and now the kid's kind of locked in the system.
Right. Well, we do serve some of the, I guess, the way they come in when you're looking at, like you just mentioned, the children that have had an arrest, they come in as an unruly for the most part. If they come in as an unruly, then the judge may choose to appoint us to them. We have a special program that our particular CASA organization has created and developed to work with those children as well.
Okay.
We contract out to help provide them with a life coach so that they kind of understand and can help navigate their where they are in life,
right,
to kind of deter them from the JJ path, which is the juvenile justice path.
It makes, I'm talking to you less about the rodeo and more about the program, but it makes so much sense to me, because what we hear in the civilian world is that all these people who work in the court system have great hearts and intentions, but there's a lot of caseload there. And you need somebody to have eyes on the problem to help know where the need is.
Exactly. The need can be different in each case, as there are no two cases that are the same. And a couple of our judges, they actually refer to the program as the eyes, ears, and legs of the court, because we kind of help with our reports that we provide to the judges. They're kind of clear up that gray area just a little bit. Well, we don't have the authority to remove a child or to leave a child in a home. All we can do is make recommendations. But I think that what we do most importantly is we're there for the children. We're the one person that is advocating for that child.
I think the whole country, and certainly now here in Chattanooga, we're all kind of reeling with these recent events that have happened and thinking, what can we do? And I guess none of us can get in there and erase things wholeheartedly, but getting involved in something like this and being a volunteer is a start.
It is a big start. Just being that one person, wanting to make the difference. If we can make the difference in the life of one child, then we have done amazing work. So since we started the program in 2016, when we got our licensing for the SETHRA CASA program, we've served 306 children.
Wow.
In the 4 counties that we serve. So when you sit and look at that, you know, reunification is always goal. We always want to reunify these children with their parents. It's not always a possibility. So we have to look outside the box. We have to figure out what can happen, what is there for that children, and what does their future look like. So the volunteers, when you have, they once appointed to a case and they get their assignment, then they stay with that child till that case closes. And then volunteers don't take more than 2 cases at a time.
Oh, wow.
Well, it takes approximately 6 to 8 hours a month to be a volunteer. Some dedicate a little bit more time, and some, you know, have that time. But the volunteers come from all walks of life. I mean, they're just normal, regular people like us. They may be retired teachers or educators or social workers. We have some that are retired lawyers. We have some that are just, you know, homemakers, or the training is for everybody.
Okay, so one thing you can do to help the cause is put everybody in the car and head up to the rodeo this weekend,
Absolutely.
June 3rd and 4th. It's $15 for adults, $10 for kids. 5 and under, it's free.
Exactly.
Go watch the show. And then if people want to get in touch with you about how to be a volunteer, how do they do that?
I can be located at the SETHRA office in Dunlap. That's probably the easiest way to contact me.
Okay.
Is that office in Dunlap.
And we'll give you that information too. Margie, thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
Count on School Patrol, taking you inside local schools so you know what's happening for yourself, what your students are learning, and the decisions your school boards are making. School Patrol is coverage you can count on only on Local 3 News.
Oh, the best part about the app is definitely that the drinks are always half price.